As we know that only 20 days or less than 20 days are left for your NABARD Grade A Phase 1 examination. Many of the students now are worried as they are having few days, huge syllabus, and how to strategize in this last few days. So therefore, today I am here going to share my personal strategy that how I cleared NABARD Grade A Phase 1 examination in last year, that is 2023. This session is going to be about all the strategies which I personally follow, and I'm also going to not only share those strategies but also share the evidence that is nothing but result of mine of last year Phase 1 examination. Along with my result, we'll be also looking at more results of students also who were in my previous year's NABARD Grade A 2024 course. Now, by looking at multiple results, you will understand that what is the strategy of different individuals and what are their different strengths and how they clear the exam. I know that whenever I am sharing my personal strategy, it may not be like it is applicable to all of students. For some students it may work, for some students it may not work. This session is to just have an perspective that what should be your mindset and what are the essentials that you should be following in your NABARD Grade A 2024 Phase 1 examination. I will also try my best to share with you what are the don'ts which you should always follow when you are preparing for NABARD Grade A Phase 1 exam. So with this, let us begin with nothing but looking at the previous year result of Phase 1 examination. We'll start with my result. So here you could see the result. We will be discussing here in the result more about more about like what was the strategy and strength. We'll be not looking at okay how much marks I have got in each of the subjects in each section. We all know qualifying section first 5 subjects and then merit section last 3 subjects GA, ESI, ARD. The point here is not getting carried away with the total mark distribution or overall how much marks anybody has got, even me or even the student samples result which I'll be sharing with you. Rather look at what are the strengths of the people. So here when you're looking at these 5 subjects which are qualifying in nature, you could see here all the results or all the marks which I have got in qualifying section, I have decently cleared those. It's not something like that I have scored really high marks. Normal, here you could see that I have cleared it normally. When you consider the merit section which is here, which includes GA, ESI and ARD, you can try to see the total number of marks which I have got. In GA also I have got decent 6 to 7 marks. In ESI I have got 27, less than 27 marks. In ARD, of course, I have got really good marks which are 34 in number. The total tally here also, it's almost 65 to 68. So now you can get an idea that you all would be saying that sir, you have got good marks in Phase 1 examination just because of ARD, which is true. So there would be certain students who are having strengths. Maybe someone has a strength of ARD, some has ESI. So you should always try to score as max as you can in your merit section strength subjects. Now it doesn't really mean that in other subjects you can then score low. For example, if you see I have got good in GA, even good in ESI, because 25 plus marks in ESI are good marks. So you can take decent marks also, and if you are really good at either ESI, GA or even ARD, you can definitely try to get more marks. Now when you understand this result of mine, okay, here's one strategy we can learn from this result, that take the advantage of your strength subjects. Whatever strengths you are having, take the advantage of it. Do not do like this that if you are really good at ARD or if you are really good at ESI, then you should not take it casually. You should score as max as you can. Okay, so that easily you can clear the overall merit cutoff. Okay, because merit cutoff is out of 100 only out of these 3 subjects, ESI plus ARD plus GA. So out of 100 is only there. So in one subject if you get more marks, more easily you will clear the merit cutoff. Now there is one more student of mine. She was in our previous batch last year, NABARD Grade A 2023. Now if you see her result, she has got decent marks in all the qualifying sections. Okay, she has cleared all the qualifying sections with decent marks. Even if you observe the merit section here, you will understand that she has also got in GA 5 marks she has got, ESI 23 marks she has got, ARD she has got 29 marks. So again a decent average score in all the subjects. So there may be also a student From this result you will understand that that student is average as well as decent in all the sections, The main thing here is to just clear the cutoff for qualifying section, and you try to score as max as you can in your merit section so that you clear the overall cutoff. This is the idea to clear. I have shown you both the results. If you see my result, I had advantage of ARD, but if you see here the student's result, you will say that she was an average and decent performing. There is one more student, I couldn't get its full result, but here is the student who again has got really good marks in qualifying section. If honestly I would be telling, he got maximum marks in qualifying section. But as I told you, in qualifying section, if you get more marks, then also it's of no use. You just need to clear the cutoff. Okay, even it may be 0.5 marks, 0.1 mark. Only cutoff clear करना है आपको, ज़्यादा stress नहीं लेना है. When it comes to merit section, he had scored really well in GA, more than 7 marks. ES also he had scored really very well. ARD he has scored very decent, not that well, because I consider that in ARD everybody should get 25 plus marks, but he has got 24. Even though he has made a good tally, it's 62 marks, okay, out of the total merit cutoff, he has easily cleared the merit cutoff. This again shows you that sometimes even if you are having weak subjects or weak areas, then also you can clear NABARD Grade A Phase 1 exam. Now by showing these results, now I can tell you that there are various candidates with different strengths. Okay, let us try to discuss now what was my strategy and what was overall my perspective. We all know the exam pattern. One thing only which is different from all the rest of the exams and NABARD is you get 2 hours, that is 120 minutes, to go through all these 200 questions in all these 8 subjects which are divided into 2 sections. Mind you, from first 5 subjects, that is in first qualifying section, you just have to clear the cutoff. Just clearing cutoff even by 1 mark, that's fine. Even by 0.1 marks, that's fine. In GA, ESI and ARD, for these 100 marks, you have to clear their individual cutoff also and overall merit cutoff also, which would be out of 100 marks. Okay, there is no sectional timing. You can switch sections as you want to. You can switch the subjects also. If you want to solve computer knowledge first, you can solve it. If you want to solve ARD, you can solve it. In 2 hours, going through all the 200 questions, that is a task. It means it's not only the game of precision, accuracy, speed, but it is also the game of time management. In 2 hours, if you are going for each of the subject in each sections, there is very high chance that you may get carried away, and there is really very high probability, which happens with most of the students, that they end up not solving one section also. This happens a lot because time management की practice नहीं होती है. Now, if you see the overall cutoffs which are there for your phase 1 examination, from these cutoffs only for all the 8 subjects in phase 1, we'll try to set our target scores. So let us look for quant. 3 to 5 marks are there, so I will keep 8 as my target score in quant. In reasoning, again, from on an average, if you see it's 3 marks close to, so I'll again keep 5 to 8 marks based on the difficulty, or either moderate or difficult. You can try to keep it. Similarly, English, 12 marks is the highest. Here we can also say that English you can easily target 15 marks, very easy to solve, and it could be solved very quickly also. Also, English is out of 30, mind you. Computer knowledge, when we are looking at, cutoff has gone till 5. Again, our target score should be 8 to 10 marks. Decision making, always the cutoff has been around 2 marks. I will say that 5 should be a good target score. Now comes general awareness. Now, the point is not about target score, but scoring marks. Okay, we don't need just to clear the cutoff. We need to score in this merit section subjects. So GA, when we are talking about, I always personally feel you should get 10 plus marks in GA out of 20. For economic and social issues, considering difficulty, you can target 25 plus or 30 plus marks. So baseline, take 25 marks. And for ARD, I personally feel you should always, even if it is a difficult paper, there are 20-25 questions such of easy and moderate level. That is why you should always target 30 plus. Now, why these targets for merit section when I am giving? Why I have given you 10, 25 and 30? Let's add these total. 10 plus 25, 35, 35 plus 30, it is 65. And 65 marks, if you look at that 65 total and compare it with the last 3 years merit cutoff, which was in 2021 53, 41 and 46, which is more than 10 marks. This 65 total tally is more than 10 marks of your previous merit cutoff. So you can easily clear the merit cutoff. How you can do it? GA 10 marks, ESI 25, ARD 30. Even if you keep these targets, then you can definitely clear the merit cutoff easily. Why we have set this target score? The target score has been set so that you will understand, if I want to get 8 marks, I need to 100% solve 8 questions. If I need to get in ESI 25 marks or 30 marks in ARD, I need to solve 30 to 35 questions. Similarly, in ESI, I need to solve 30 to 35 questions with 90% accuracy. So the target score will help you to determine how much questions you are going to attempt, and this is very important in overall NABARD Grade A Phase 1 exam. Always remember that for NABARD Grade A Phase 1 exam, you all would be knowing the strategy for each of the subjects. Now I will be sharing mine one. When reasoning is considered, there are certain topics which are always recurring in the exam. Make sure that you know those topics. Your mark distribution is also given for last 3 years, that which topic is repeating again and again, recurring again and again. Your task should be that for reasoning, practice more number of mocks. If you are weak in any of these topics, you try to give first you try to give full length or sectional mocks. If you are unable to solve any of the topic or subtopic or type of questions in syllogism or puzzle, then you can go for topic wise tests also. Then this is the strategy for reasoning. Then for English is one of the scoring subject, but in qualifying section it is very easy. There is no problem, just your reading speed should be fast. Here also, but the practice is very important. You cannot do negligence in English language. So here also repeatable topics have been given. You can take the screenshot, guys, so that it will help you for your mark distribution. Through mark distribution, you will understand which are the important topics, and then you can prepare those. The most important tip in NABARD Grade A Phase 1 exam is that many of the students take 2 subjects lightly, that is computer awareness and decision making. And these are the 2 subjects where many people fail. So you have to be very, very vigilant when it comes to computer. Computer also, here total mark distribution has been given. For computer, I will prefer that you solve more and more mocks, and through solutions you try to learn how you are going to cover all these important topics. According to me, there are certain topics such as basic of computer, software, memory systems, then your operating systems, internet and computer security, then shortcuts and MS Office. These are very, very important topics which always come in the computer section and gives you easy mark. So this you can definitely do. Quant, when I am talking about here in NABARD Quant specifically, there is no important topic and no such topic which doesn't come in exam. Look at it, from every topic 1 question is there. So what to do? Yes, to prepare for all the topics and give them a good time distribution. Okay, practice more. If you're not able to do it, then go for topic wise test. Then decision making, when we are talking about, here also this is one of the most undermined sections. Here when I'm talking about, the topics are less, but you should only have conceptual understanding of those topics. There are terms in heuristics, in types of decision making, theory, then decision making processes. You have to read them only one time, and that also before the exam. Once you go through it, it's a very simple section. 10 only marks, 10 only questions are there. Cutoff is around 2 marks. I don't think this is a huge deal, but try to prepare well, because even if you get 3-4 marks, we just need to clear the cutoff. When it comes to GA, all the topics have been given here. But for GA, my personal take would be that go for last 6 to 8 months of government schemes, PIB, as well as government schemes from Agriculture Ministry, and then static GA. The static GA can be distributed in such a way. Reports, indices are also very, very important from NABARD's perspective, that is related to agriculture, economy and rural development. So when I am talking about these topics, you can again take a screenshot. For GA, 6 to 8 months of current affairs is very, very important. 20 marks are there. You should always try for 10 plus marks. This is our main game. Then it comes to your other topics which are related to GA. See, there are various static topics also, but these are very handy. So do not forget to revise those before your exam. Okay. Then it comes for your ESI. For ESI, as I told you, out of 40 questions in ESI, 30 to 35 questions will be completely from current affairs, which includes majorly government schemes, reports and indices, PIB current affairs, then economic statistics, then comes Union Budget Economic Survey, and your some national and international events. This is like complete 30-35 marks in your ESI. Rest 4 to 5 marks are from the static GA or maybe from the other topics. Okay, for ESI, one thing to understand is, as it is more current oriented, so revise more and more current affairs as much as you can. Okay, then comes your agriculture and rural development. Here, out of 40 questions, 30 to 35 questions will be completely static from the chapters like agronomy, then your cropping systems, cropping pattern, then your agroclimatic zones, then your soil sciences, seed production, animal husbandry, fisheries, forestry, plantation, horticulture, then your agri-mechanization and your agri-extension education. These are the most important chapters, and definitely you should never miss any of the question, any of the concept from these chapters which just I said. Okay. Other than that, if along with these static topics, what are the other important things to follow? Yes, ARD reports and indices, very, very important. From agricultural census to handloom census, okay, everything you should be doing. Okay, livestock census, every report you have to do. NABARD flagship schemes. If I ask you today what is Wadi scheme of NABARD, you should be knowing it. Then comes government schemes portal related and agricultural statistics, very, very important. 2021 a question was asked, what is the contribution of agriculture and allied activities to the GVA? Okay, so in such way the questions would be asked. Now after this, the most important thing which major of the people fail to understand is what? Is about how to get into exam and which are the subjects to solve first, how to manage the time. So I'll share this with you, but before that let me tell you, for all the students who are preparing for NABARD Grade A Phase 1 exam, guys, we have already started our NABARD Grade A Phase 1 weekly live free test. So what you can do is that it's on Wednesday and Thursday. This week also it is going to be there. So make sure that you are going through all those free NABARD Phase 1 tests. Okay, it's free, so you can definitely just register. It would be on Wednesday and Thursday. So Tuesday you can register for the test. You can give it free for Phase 1 examination, and you know the quality, you know the difficulty. It's exactly like the exam at Oliveboard. So definitely don't miss out their test. Other than that, if you are a student who is preparing for NABARD Grade A Phase 1 exam, we have already launched multiple courses which are related to NABARD. One is NABARD Grade A Crash Course, which you already know. NABARD Grade A 2024 complete course is also there. So, and Learn Pack is also there. Learn Pack is especially for all the people to have great quality of notes and top curated tests. Okay, you will be getting more than 120 tests here, which includes full length test, then your sectional test and topic wise test. It's a comprehensive resource bundle. If you are still not having proper resources, then this is your go-to thing. If you are a student who wants to cover the syllabus in this last 20-30 days very quickly, then Crash Course is still going on and it is live, guys. We are at Animal Husbandry chapter and we are going to finish the overall course within time. We will also have practice MCQ and marathon also in this particular course. Okay, so with this, now let me tell about the main aspect of the let me tell you about the main aspect related to the order of subjects. So when you are in examination hall, you have to understand that which is the subject you will be solving first. So always remember, this is the order to follow. You have 2 hours with you. You don't have more than 2 hours with you. In this 2 hours, first section you should solve is always ARD. Now why ARD should be solved first? Because it is completely theoretical in nature. The subject is such that out of 40 marks, 35 marks will be completely static, which you have already read, which you have already revised. Then you can go for ESI. ESI should be you should go for second. It is because ESI is completely dynamic in nature, current affairs oriented, but still it is also theoretical, or these are some things, some questions which you are going to read and then which you are going to solve. Then comes GA, which is also current affairs, which is again theoretical only. That means you are going to read the question and solve the question. After reading 100 questions, your mind can be fatigued if you again go for next theoretical questions like English, decision making or computer awareness. That is why, to give a break or to not let your mind to go into mental freeze or maybe fatigue, you should go for some questions which could be solved numerically, where logic could be applied, and therefore first ARD, ESI, GA, then quant and then reasoning. Okay, solve quant and reasoning, then again you can switch for English, which is not theoretical but maybe comprehension related. You just have to read and solve. and then you can go for again last theory questions, which are decision making and computer awareness. This is the order to follow. Do not go vice versa. Also, the merit section is such on which your complete selection is dependent on. That is why it is preferred to start your exam with the merit section only, so that you perform there very, very well. And then you just have to clear the cutoffs in the rest of the 5 subjects, which are qualifying section subjects. Okay. So this was the all strategy related to NABARD Grade A Phase 1 examination. Thank you.